What if I told you the meat in your fridge, yes, the one you think is safe, is quietly aging your brain and stressing your heart? Doctors are now warning that eating just one specific meat, even once a week, could increase your risk of heart disease by over 60% after age 65. But here's the good news. This same video will also reveal 3 powerful meats that can sharpen your mind, strengthen your heart, and fight aging from the inside out. So, if you're over 60 and want to stay strong, independent, and clear-minded, then this might just be the most important video you watch all week. Let's begin with what not to eat. Most seniors aren't aware that the wrong kind of meat, something many people enjoy weekly or even daily, can silently be harming their heart, kidneys, and even their memory. These meats may appear harmless or even healthy at first glance, but the truth is, some of them are laced with chemicals, saturated fats, and compounds that do more damage to aging cells than we once realized. And here's the scary part. Many older adults already have these meats sitting in their fridge or freezer right now. In today's video from Senior Health Boost, we'll uncover the top 3 meats every senior should eliminate from their diet immediately, plus 3 surprisingly beneficial meats that actually help you age stronger. We'll walk through each one step by step, and I promise you, the final meat on the never list is one that almost no one is talking about, but it might be the most important of all. So stay with me until the very end. And while you're here, tap the like button if this kind of health insight matters to you. And be sure to subscribe to Senior Health Boost for more personalized tips that help you take charge of your well-being after 60. Now, let's talk about the first and most deceptively dangerous meat, bacon. It's crispy, it's savory, it brings back Sunday morning memories, but behind the sizzle lies a silent threat that hits seniors harder than anyone else. Yes, bacon isn't just a guilty pleasure, it's a genuine health hazard, especially as we age. You see, bacon contains high levels of saturated fat, which raises LDL cholesterol and clogs arteries over time. But what's even more dangerous are the chemical preservatives, nitrates and nitrites, used to give bacon that appealing pink color and long shelf life. Once inside the body, these compounds can convert into nitrosamines, known carcinogens, linked to cancers of the stomach, pancreas, and colon. In fact, the World Health Organization has classified bacon and other processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, the same category as tobacco smoke and asbestos. That's not an exaggeration, it's a global health warning. And here's why this matters more. As we age, seniors naturally have slower cellular repair processes. Damage that might heal in youth can linger and compound in older adults. What does that mean? The effects of bacon: oxidative stress, inflammation, and toxic chemical buildup hit harder and recover slower in people over 65. But the danger doesn't stop at cancer. When bacon is fried or grilled at high heat, it produces advanced glycation end products, or AGE. These harmful compounds accelerate inflammation, damage blood vessels, worsen arthritis, and may even trigger Alzheimer's disease. And here's the cruel irony. The foods we often turn to for comfort, like bacon, are the very ones that quietly steal our comfort in the long run. Bacon evokes nostalgia. The smell alone can bring back warm memories of family meals. But as comforting as that crunch may feel in the moment, the consequences can be devastating, especially for seniors managing high blood pressure, kidney strain, or early cognitive decline. Even small amounts, just a few strips a week, can begin to stoke systemic inflammation. And inflammation, as you may know, is the root of nearly every age-related disease, from heart attacks to arthritis to dementia. So here's the bottom line. There is no safe level of bacon consumption for adults over 65. It's not just unhealthy, it's risky. And the price we pay in inflammation, stiffness, and silent damage far outweighs the few moments of pleasure. But don't worry, you don't have to give up all meat. In fact, coming up in the next section, we'll uncover 3 meats that actually help protect your heart, improve clarity, and even boost your energy naturally. Before we go there, take a moment to reflect. How often does bacon or other processed meat find its way onto your plate? If it's more than once a week, it might be time for a change, and your future self will thank you now. Let's move on to the second meat on our never list, and what makes it even more dangerous than bacon for many seniors. Following the shocking truth about bacon and how it silently sabotages senior health, let's move forward to a second equally concerning meat, one that's often disguised as a convenient, even healthy, everyday option. Processed meats. They're found in lunch boxes, stacked on holiday platters, and served at countless backyard cookouts. And while they're marketed as lean, easy, and cost-effective, their convenience comes with a steep price, especially for adults over 65. Let's be honest, the appeal of processed meats is undeniable. They're cheap, they're fast, they're prepackaged, and require virtually no effort. Whether it's a cold-cut sandwich, a quick hot dog, or a slice of deli ham, these choices feel like a simple solution, especially for seniors who live alone or rely on a limited budget. But behind that convenience lies an invisible, slow health hazard. Sausages, deli meats, salami, hot dogs, and packaged hams are all classified as processed meats. They're often heavily salted, smoked, and chemically preserved to extend shelf life and enhance flavor. But those same techniques introduce dangerous compounds into the body. Let's break it down. These meats are packed with sodium, nitrates, and nitrites preservatives that may seem harmless on the surface, but inside the body, they attack silently. Nitrates and nitrites can convert into nitrosamines, chemicals that damage blood vessels, inflame tissue, and raise the risk of stroke, heart failure, and even colorectal cancer. For younger adults, the body may bounce back from such exposures. But for seniors whose detox systems have slowed and whose immune defenses are weaker, the effects build gradually. What seems like an innocent sandwich can, over time, lead to compounded risks. In fact, consuming just 50 grams of processed meat a day, the equivalent of 2 slices of deli meat, raises the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%, according to studies cited by the World Health Organization. What's worse, processed meats are often promoted as light or lean. Turkey slices, low-fat ham, or chicken sausages might appear to be healthier alternatives. But if they're cured, smoked, or chemically preserved, they carry the same risks. They feed inflammation, impair cognition, and stiffen blood vessels quietly, diminishing your quality of life. For seniors already juggling medications, weakened organ function, and common conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, processed meats are like fuel to the fire. Their high sodium content increases water retention, strains the kidneys, and further elevates blood pressure. These meats are not just unhelpful, they're dangerous. The most heartbreaking part? Many older adults choose processed meats out of simplicity. They want meals that are quick, comforting, and easy to prepare. But what they're often getting is a meal that slowly chips away at their independence, their cognitive sharpness, and their heart health. We must ask ourselves, is the ease of opening a package really worth trading away years of mobility and clarity? Avoiding processed meats and bacon may already seem like a smart move. But there's another meat on this list that's far more deceptive. It's often glorified, served at fine restaurants, associated with wealth and tradition, and frequently eaten rare, in pursuit of bold flavor. Yet for seniors, this meat could be doing serious harm. Up next, red meat, specially rare cuts from industrial farms, the indulgence that might be undermining your future health. Let's take a closer look. Red meat, especially when rare and from industrial farms, may seem like a luxurious treat, a reward at the end of a long day, or the centerpiece of a holiday meal. But for seniors over 65, it's not just a heavy dish, it can become a heavy burden on the heart, brain, and joints. Let's unpack why. First, there's the issue of inflammation. Arachidonic acid, found in large amounts in red meat, ramps up the body's inflammatory response. That may not be a big deal in youth, when your system is resilient. But in seniors, especially those already living with arthritis, cognitive fog, or heart conditions, this extra inflammation can intensify symptoms and accelerate deterioration. And then there's the way we cook it. Think about the sizzle of a steak on the grill, or the crispy crust of a pan-seared roast. That char might be delicious, but it comes with a cost. High-temperature cooking produces HCAs, heterocyclic amines, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both of which are linked to increased risks of colon, prostate, and other cancers. For aging bodies, where the digestive system slows and healing takes longer, these risks stack up. Each grilled steak or blackened burger might feel harmless in the moment, but over time, they quietly chip away at your health. Red meat is also often promoted for its iron and protein content, and that's true. But here's what isn't often talked about. Too much iron, especially in older adults, can build up in the body and create oxidative stress. Without enough antioxidants to balance it, excess iron can damage cells and raise the risk of degenerative diseases. The result? What you thought was fueling your strength might actually be wearing it down. Even more concerning is how misleading red meat can be. It's often framed as a powerful source of energy, rich, satisfying, masculine even. But it takes a toll, especially when it comes from industrial farms. Grain-fed, hormone-boosted, pumped with saturated fats. These cuts are harder for the kidneys, liver, and colon to process, especially in seniors whose metabolism and detoxification systems have slowed. And if you prefer your steak rare, there's an added risk. Undercooked meat can harbor bacteria like E. coli or Listeria, organisms that younger immune systems might fight off, but which can be dangerous, even deadly, for older adults. So while red meat might look like a meal of strength, it could be quietly weakening your defenses bit by bit, bite by bite. But this video isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Because not all meat is created equal. Yes, bacon, processed meats, and rare red beef come with risks. But that doesn't mean you need to cut out meat entirely. In fact, the next section will reveal 3 powerful protein sources can support heart health, boost brain function, and nurture strength and stability well into your golden years. The first one, it's rich, vibrant, and comes from the sea. Let's begin with the brain-boosting power of wild-caught salmon. Continuing from the importance of clean proteins like free-range chicken. Let's now explore another meat one that might surprise you. Though it may not make regular appearances on dinner tables today, this meat is a quiet powerhouse packed with restorative nutrients, especially valuable for seniors. We're talking about grass-fed beef liver, a food so dense in vital nutrients. It's often referred to as nature's multivitamin, though it lacks the glamour of filet mignon or the popularity of grilled chicken breast. Beef liver holds unparalleled nutritional value, particularly when sourced from grass-fed, ethically raised cattle. For older adults facing energy dips, brain fog, or weakened resilience, liver can offer profound support from the cellular level up. Just a small portion of beef liver contains sky-high levels of vitamin B12, critical for nerve health, balanced mood, and sharp cognitive function. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from B12 deficiency, mistaking symptoms like low energy, confusion, or forgetfulness as just normal aging. But in many cases, the real issue is undernutrition. Liver helps fill that gap, and it does more. It's also rich in heme iron, the most easily absorbed form of dietary iron. This is especially beneficial for older women and anyone managing anemia or low oxygenation. Iron helps deliver oxygen to the brain and muscles, enhancing mental clarity and physical stamina alike. Then comes vitamin A in its most bioavailable form, retinol. This version of vitamin A supports immune function, eye health, skin regeneration, and more. Unlike beta-carotene from carrots or sweet potatoes, retinol in liver is ready for the body to use immediately, without conversion. Also present in grass-fed liver are zinc, copper, choline, and folate, nutrients that support immune balance, detoxification, nerve conduction, and even mood. Together, they form a natural matrix of support that's difficult to replicate with supplements alone. So why don't more people eat liver? For some, it's the taste. For others, it's habit. But when prepared, gently sautéed with onions, pureed into PT, or blended into meatballs, it can be both palatable and potent. The key is moderation. A small portion once or twice a week is all it takes to reap the benefits. If you're looking to regain vitality without relying on synthetic pills or complicated regimens, this might be the missing link, because aging gracefully isn't just about what you've avoids, about choosing what strengthens you. Down to the cell. And now that we've uncovered the three meats seniors should embrace: wild-caught salmon, free-range chicken, and grass-fed beef liver, it's time to bring it all together. In the final part of this video, we'll review key takeaways and give you actionable tips to make these changes easy, delicious, and lasting. Stick with us, because small choices made consistently can lead to a healthier, more independent life. Up next, your practical guide to cooking, shopping, and enjoying these longevity-supporting proteins every week. When it comes to healthy vision and skin renewal, few foods rival the nutritional power of liver. Grass-fed beef liver, in particular, delivers a potent cocktail of nutrients crucial for aging bodies. It's loaded with folate, zinc, copper, choline, and CoQ10, all of which support detoxification, mitochondrial efficiency, and cardiovascular resilience. These systems gradually weaken with age, but nutrient-dense foods like liver help slow the decline. That said, because liver is so nutrient-rich, moderation is essential. Once or twice a week is more than sufficient to experience its benefits. And when prepared properly, mixed into pates, stewed slowly, or gently sautéed with onions, it can be surprisingly delicious. It's not just a source of sustenance, it's a therapeutic experience. For many older adults who feel their energy slipping, their memory fading, or their immune systems faltering, liver can offer noticeable restoration. It nourishes and rebuilds at a deep cellular level. But let's be clear, as important as it is to know what to add to your diet, it's equally critical to understand what to avoid. One poor choice can undo weeks or even months of careful progress. That brings us to a deeper truth. Food is never just food. Every bite is a decision, especially after age 65. Every choice we make carries weight, whether subtle or bold. Each meal shapes the future of our health, either strengthening it or undermining it. The body will either work with you or against you, depending on what you choose to fuel it with. One mouthful at a time, you're either moving toward greater vitality or away from it. Some consequences of poor food choices are silent and slow to emerge. It's not always a sudden spike in blood pressure or cholesterol that signals something's wrong. Sometimes it's the creeping fatigue that keeps you in bed longer, the brain fog that makes everyday tasks more difficult, or the stiffness in your joints that stops you from taking your morning walk. Most seniors don't feel the full consequences of poor eating until it's too late, but by then, the damage has already taken root. That's why prevention is so powerful. You don't have to overhaul your entire lifestyle. You don't have to give up the joy of food, but you do need to make better, more intentional choices. Say no to the meats that are secretly draining your vitality: highly processed, chemically preserved, or excessively fatty cuts. Say yes to those that nourish: free-range chicken, wild fish, and nutrient-rich organ meats. These are more than food, they're tools for longevity, clarity, and independence. Remember, whether you're healthy or battling chronic conditions, there's always a cost. You get to choose what kind of cost you're willing to pay. Will it be the short-term cost of preparing better meals, or the long-term cost of losing mobility, memory, or your sense of self? So let me ask you, which will you choose? Have you made dietary changes that truly impacted your life? Which meats do you rely on and which do you avoid at all costs? We'd love to hear from you. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Your story may inspire someone else to make a life-saving shift. And if this video resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If it didn't, let us know with a 0. We're always listening and learning. Your feedback helps us shape future content that's relevant and impactful. For more science-based empowering guidance like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see Neuro Health Boost. Hit that bell so you never miss a tip that could change your life. Thank you for watching. Here's to strong bodies, sharp minds, and the freedom to live fully on your terms. Until next time, take care of yourself and those you love. And remember, it's never too late to take back your health.